Oh, wait, are we recording now?
Are we on?
Oh, hey, we're on.
Thanks. I thought I've been off for a while.
Yes,
so
watch your language, John.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that.
We're
Appreciate
live
you.
here.
So if you tuned in, you're probably tuning in to listen to the Fueling Station. My name is Ed Kammerer with my co-host,
Jonathan
Mr.
Stong.
Jonathan Stong. Together we are the
Pod-troleum
Guys. And we're knee-deep into Season 4. And, Jonathan, we've been talking about all kinds of things, since we've put this podcast together. And I think, I was thinking about this the other day, I think one of the reasons that you and I enjoy this this industry as much as we do is this really is a relationship-driven industry.
Yes, sir.
And, obviously you and I have lived and breathed that our whole career. And one of the reasons I think that you and I have been successful is our ability to, build and maintain those relationships with key people in the industry.
Sure.
With other manufacturers, distributors, service providers, everybody here. And I think, and everybody understands that. We all kind of get along with one small family, and the relationships are very important. So I thought, a great guy to talk about relationships is
Dr. Phil?
Dr. Phil. Dale Dean, who is the founder of
I
Dean.
kind of look like Dr. Phil.
So Dale Dean is the founder of Dean Houston, which is a big marketing firm that kind of specializes in the petroleum industry. And Dale, you and I have known each other almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And you and I talk about this all the time. Actually, we've even talked about writing a book about the importance of relationships in the business environment, and how business are successful because of relationships.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily all the other things that go on.
Sure.
And how important relationships are. And now with digital this, digital that, website this, we kind of see that face-to-face relationship kind of going away.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's time to bring it back.
100%.
So I thought, John, a great topic is just let's talk about why relationships are important, specifically to the petroleum industry.
Well, you guys were starting to say it's like fundamentally one of the truths is that human beings are always going to want this personal interaction. So you can have all this other digital, the tools, everything can evolve, but that social interaction is always going to be paramount
100%.
Between people. And you guys bring that, to everything that you do, so that's why you're so successful.
I think, and that's very kind of you. Thank you for saying that, Dale. But I mean, obviously, you emulate and you exude what it's like to have the wonderful customer and business intimacy relationship. You get so involved and entrenched with your customer base that you make everyone feel comfortable. You make everyone understand that whatever you're doing is going to be handled, and their business concerns are handled. That's what's important. It's the old additive that they say: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Right? Without sounding generic.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's an old statement, but it is the truth. And we get to be who we are for a living.
Yeah.
Or the other thing that I always heard, people buy from people they like.
That's right. And that they like doing business with, and they're easy to do business with, and they know they got your back.
Yeah.
And if I got a problem, they're going to solve it. They're going to answer the phone. You said it, Dale. People need this interaction. We need it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at all of us. What would our boss say? It's sound and fury signifying nothing. No, it's signifying a lot here, and this is how we win and win the right way.
Yeah. Well, going back to what you're saying there too about how people feel. All right. It's like so if you genuinely are focused on helping other people succeed, they are going to bring you into the circle. You're going to become part of their success factor,
Yep.
But you have to do that in a genuine way. You have to really mean it.
Yeah.
That's why, you and I met 30 years ago, First thing is like, hey, Ed, what can I help you do?
Yep.
What can I help you with personally and professionally? So it goes beyond just business.
Absolutely.
You guys are building products that serve a certain function, But the reality of it is the people behind those have lives too. And they have dreams and they have things. What can you do to help them succeed? And that's what you have to do is you have to get to know those people. You know?
And the reasons why they want to succeed and what's behind them, whether it's their business, whether it's their family, whatever it may be.
Well, it's a combination because people want personal and professional success.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there was a time I did have dreams.
Now they're just nightmares.
Now maybe not so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
my dreams have changed quite a bit.
We won the White House and the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm on cloud 9 right now. I don't know if anybody else understands that, Go Birds.
But if you genuinely care about somebody, John, you're going to find out what can you do to help them. Think back as far back as you can think, in life. People say, "Hey, John," your friends call you, "Hey, John, can you help me?" Hey, Ed, can you help me with this? That's been a fundamental thing from the time you're born, before there was any economics behind it. You know what I'm saying?
You're exactly right.
If you just follow that every single day, you're going to be successful. It's a law of reciprocity. First of all, like if you treat somebody a certain way and you put their success.
Well, time out. This is the fueling station. We don't use words like reciprocity.
That's 5 syllables.
That's a little too big.
World score, I think.
For Jonathan and I, that may be a little bit too big for our simple minds.
I gotta simplify this down.
My dear Lord in heaven.
So anyway, so you're talking about that success factor. It's when somebody knows you're generally listening to them, you care about them, you're trying to help them personally and professionally. They're going to turn around. They're going to repay that to you 100 times over without you even caring about that. And that's what the success is behind OPW. I'll tell you right now, as I see it every day, you guys have the best products. You have the best solutions in the industry, but that's only part of the equation. The other part is hey, I hear you, I'm listening to you, and I want to help you. And you go out of your way, and you'll do whatever it takes to help your friends.
Hey, Jonathan, so why do you think that our industry in particular is so reliant on the relationship? Because I know friends that work in other industries.
Sure.
And the industries that they're in, they're not really relationship. It's all about data or other things, and they could care less about the relationships. But I've been in this industry over 30 years. You're getting close to 30 years, and that was one of the first things I learned. This industry is driven by relationships. Why do you think our industry is so special like that?
That's a great question, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to address it potentially. It's because everything we do is hands-on. Everything that we manufacture, a human touches it with their hands. They put it in, they test it, they reconcile it, they make sure it works. It's physical. It's tangible. So we need to be available for that. We need it for the training. We need it for the accessibility, for the questions, for the after-hour calls, whatever it is. That, if you're asking me, generic, I think it's because everything we do is personal. Every aspect of it. In our roles, we get up thinking, how are we going to keep the earth safe, keep gas out of the ground, keep the air clean, and make sure it's better for all of us, and keep America, keeping the world running, energy-wise. So again, it's touch it, feel it, love it, smell it, hug it. That's our intimate business. And data doesn't sound sexy to me. It doesn't sound, personal to me, at least not on my public computer. So, I think it's important to know that these folks, it's a blue-collar industry. We all cut our teeth. We get our hands dirty. We're all second basemen.
They're all real people.
They're all real people. Yeah. There's no AI here. It might be in the works, but what we got is real.
Yeah. Well, I go back 27 years ago when I started OPW. I was moved up to a district sales manager, right? So my job was sales. But Craig McNeil at the time, when he hired me, he said, your job is not a salesman. Your job is to build and maintain relationships.
Yep.
And that's what stuck with me ever since. And he was dead on. That's how we conduct business, is through those relationships.
Well, you got to think about it. We spend so many hours of our day doing this, more so than we're with our families. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So these people that we work with, you genuinely have to care about them, and you have to start, becoming part of their family too. So we create this huge community ourselves. But I do think there's a core value underlining all this that this industry has that permeates through each one of us as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's one part of it, that works. I think in every one of these industries, there is still that human factor involved, whether it's AI or it's some kind of a technological industry. We work with a lot of different clients, a lot of industries, and this personal touch, personal relationship is just as important in every one of these industries as it is, in this petroleum industry as well.
Well put. So, what do you think, Ed?
It's one of the reasons that I've stayed in this industry for 30 years is because it is relationship driven, and that's, I just think that's great. I enjoy, building those relationships, developing new relationships, and you walk around. We're at a trade show right now, and you walk around, and every other booth, the guy standing in there.
That's right.
And this is an industry that once you're in, people don't leave.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I think one of the reasons is because people understand and enjoy the relationship factor of what we do every day, other than protect the environment, keep gasoline out of the ground, keep gasoline vapors out of the air, and make products that people can refuel their vehicles safely. We can do all that, but we can do it together and have a good time doing it.
When I got in this industry, it was 36 years ago, and I used to come to these shows, and I'd walk around, and I'd marvel at how the interaction between people. I thought, how in the hell do these people all know each other and they're all friends and all this, you know? And now I walk around here, I can't walk down any of these aisles. I can't get past 2 booths. And you know everybody at these booths.
What do they call this? The largest small industry in the world?
yeah,
One
yeah,
of those, something
yeah.
like they say if you cough in California, you hear it in North Carolina. You know what I mean? Like,
agree
it's
with
just
that.
how close we are. You like that?
I think I could smell the smoke in North Carolina from California.
yeah, definitely.
Last month, but
But it's not like, we're from Vegas. Speaking of which, I'm hungry. I'm feeling really relaxed.
you know, and to kind of go on what you said, Jonathan, like people that are new to the industry, the other thing they can't believe is how, you know, you and I are friends with our competitors.
Yeah.
With, other manufacturers. You know, someone told me once that, hey, there's no reason why we can't be enemies in the boardroom,
Yeah.
but, you know, best friends in the bar room.
That's right.
You know?
No, absolutely. And our competitors, they want to do the right thing too. They want to have a relationship, but they can be, you know, held accountable, and they can help their clients. They can help their partners. They want the same things we want. We want success, and we want it, you know, the right way.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
And we're all people. And at the end of the day, 100 years from now, nobody's going to remember the day-to-day stuff we did, but the impact we're going to have, you know, on each other, like caring about each other is going to be huge. You know, so.
That's right. We can sing Kumbaya.
Yeah,
like
we
five-
could,
I mean,
man. We
if
can
you
all
want,
hold
I mean,
hands and
I'll
do
do
this,
it with
man. That would be
you. You know,
good.
whatever you need.
This is the place to do it. Just don't start a fire in here,
in
okay?
Sin City, Kumbaya, my lord.
No campfires in here, John.
There's plenty of fires on the streets.
Yeah, not with all this petroleum around here, you know. So I don't think so.
We're thinking about singing Kumbaya. Maybe it's time we wrap this Kumbaya up now.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Kumbaya, y'all.
But hey, Dale,
y'all.
Dale, I
Yeah.
appreciate you, stopping by.
Yeah, it's my pleasure,
You
man.
know, I appreciate the relationship that we've had for the
I
30
do, too.
years that we've known each other. Jonathan, obviously, you know, you and I, we appreciate the relationship.
I appreciate you appreciating me, appreciating that.
Well, I'll tell you what.
So
Now,
I know
after
we're
that,
going to go out tonight and do some appreciating as well.
well, when we first met John, he was a competitor.
Yes.
was,
you know,
yes,
and so
absolutely.
you know, I remember that first day. It was at this show.
Yeah,
you know, like
it was.
all those years ago, and instantly, like you became part of the family.
That's
you know,
right.
It's like, hey, competitors yesterday, family today. You
Amen.
know, so
And it was the best thing, probably professionally, that's ever happened to me in my life.
I appreciate
So I'm very
that.
thankful.
man.
Yeah, you know,
That's awesome.
that's how it starts.
All right. Hey, man, that was a great conversation. That's what we do here at the Fueling Station, John.
This is exactly what we should be doing all the time. Maybe we should go with like an on-set, you know, like live and direct from the Raj or whatever. I think that'd be great. But you're right.
It would
man.
be.
It's a good time.
It would be.
I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
Let's go get something to eat.
Let's do it.
I think we should.
All right.
So there you have it. I think we did a whole episode. We didn't talk about nozzles. We didn't talk about piping. We didn't talk about any of that stuff. We just talked about relationships and the importance
That's it.
in our industry. So,
I think for now on, we're not going to talk about the industry at all.
I don't think we should.
I don't think we should either. We're going to get more what do you call it? Listeners? There we go. I was going to say viewers. Or if we did video, how would that work? No? Okay. You don't want to see me? My big head? Is that what it is? All right.
Big head, small brain.
Big head, small.
That's small brain.
Big head John and the Monsters.
There you
But
go.
anyway, hey, man, that wraps up another episode. Here we are, season 4 of the Fueling Station. Jonathan, what do they call us?
The Pod-troleum Guys.
Pod-troleum Guys. See you next time, folks.
Cheers.
All right, cool. Thanks.